non kobun shimyo zega shinsho honga no hi riki shosho yok jipo seson Shiemuge Joryo Shison Shiga Shingyo Keryo Shinshi Shokoku Dokuchu Gagyo Shojin Ninju Fuke Namandabu Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namandabts, 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 Namandabts. Everyone please rise for the Vandana and Tisarana. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samam sambuddhassa. Homage to him, the exalted one, the enlightened one, the supremely awakened one. Buddham saranam gacchami. Buddham saranam gacchami. Dhammam saranam gacchami. Dhammam saranam gacchami. little out of order today. Forgive me. Greetings, everyone. Today, good morning. Today we've gathered to pay homage at the shrine of Amida Buddha and share our deep gratitude for all the causes and conditions that have brought us and our loved ones together in Nembutsu at the New York Buddhist Church today. We gather to offer incense, chant the sacred writings, and deepen our understanding of the Buddha Dharma by listening to the teachings given to us by Shakyamuni Buddha and Shinran Shonin. With deepest reverence and thankfulness for the all-embracing wisdom and compassion of Amida, we reaffirm the three homages. I go to the Buddha for guidance. I go to the Dharma for guidance. I go to the Sangha for guidance. Please place your palms together in Gassho, and let's join our voices in Nembutsu. Namo Amida Butsu. 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 These are the names for Shotsuki Hoyo in December. Abe Yoshihiro. Arai Tomoe M. Araki Kikuyo. Bakrushin Gleb. Charini di Zavata Susanna. Harada Kameichi. Hattori Yasuko. Hoshida Frank. Inaba Misao. Inatome Seizaburo. Ishida Katsu. Jayang Momo. Kinoshita Setsuko. Kunihiro Isami Sam. Lobsan Agu. Matsumaru Kiichi. Mishima Chikaku. Mitani Isao. Mitsuuchi Gary. Miyazaki Chieko. Okada Kazuo. Okada Roy. Okada Shigeo. Okuma Ryotoku. Seki Satomi. Takahashi Mitsuo. Taoka Tami. Tung James Guangyao. Uno Reverend Taitetsu. Yamane Eimi. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Please turn to page 123 of your service books, and let us read together verses 1 through 5 for our reading today. Namo Amida Butsu. I recite Amida's name with deep joy and gratitude. I Gassho to Amida. Trees and grasses and flowers all grow in great compassion. This light shines throughout the world. I Gassho to Amida. Flowers bloom and flowers fall. From the seeds sprout new flowers. This is the truth, unchanging. I Gassho to Amida. Springtime brings the happy birds. Their songs all praise Amida. I join them in Nembutsu. I Gassho to Amida. When I call Amida's name, it's Amida calling me. Buddha's voice, my voice are one. I Gassho to Amida. Namandabutsu. 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 So how is everyone today? I hope you're all well. I hope you're enjoying this time of year. I don't mind the cold. I even like snow. I like the change of seasons. But to be honest, for much of my life, the holidays were at times not spent joyfully, but in sad reflection. This year, I'm really enjoying myself in our new town, our new home. The town is beautifully decorated. It is a very warm and friendly environment in which to spend the season. So I'm finding change, which can be hard, is good, although transitioning can be a long and scary process. I've been reflecting upon this and about how our understanding as Jodo Shinshu Buddhists can get us through difficult or trying times. I'd like to share a story. It's from a well-known Japanese proverb, maybe embellished a little bit by me. There once was a tadpole that hatched in the bottom of the well. All he knew were the walls of the well and the circle of sky overhead. As time passed, he changed from a tadpole into a frog. Although he now had strong, long legs, and he was able to hop out of the well, he never tried. He thought that his well was the whole world and was unaware of any other world beyond his boundaries. One day, another frog came by, and looking down, he said, "Hi, what are you doing down there when there's so much more food to eat and water to swim in out here in the world? Why don't you come out?" Frog looked up and said suspiciously, "I can see the sky up there. It's as big as the top of the well, and it always has been. You're making up stories. You just want me to come out so you can steal my well. Go away." "It's too bad you think so," said the other frog. "You're really missing out." He turned away and hopped off. Although he'd rudely responded and denied the new reality proposed by his new acquaintance, he couldn't stop himself from wondering, where did he go to? Did he hop into the sky and climb onto a star? Who cares? I have enough food here, plenty of water, this nice rock to sit upon, so that I can enjoy the sight of the sky. But the next day, a turtle strolled by, and he happened to look down the well. "Why, hello down there. It's a beautiful day up here. Why don't you come out and see the rivers and the lakes?" Frog said, "Who are you? What do you mean by rivers and lakes?" "I'm Turtle," he replied. "Rivers and lakes are big bodies of water, 1,000,000 times bigger than your well." "Really?" asked Frog doubtfully. "Doesn't seem possible," he mumbled to himself. "Yes, some are so big you can't even see their other side." Laughing, the turtle slowly moved off. All I have to do is jump out of this well, Frog thought. Then I will know if they are telling the truth or if they are lying. But never having been outside of the well, his fear was too strong, so he decided to stay safely where he was. That night, while asleep, he dreamt of the frog and the turtle, telling him what he was missing by remaining in the well. His life was no longer filled with idle contentment. While he distrusted the frog and the turtle, his former certainty had turned into confusion and discontent. He couldn't understand how he might have missed out on so much. He hoped the turtle and the other frog would come back and talk to him again, but they never did. Frog was now sad and despondent. The view of the sky that had always given him such pleasure was ignored. Then one day he heard a lovely sound. Then he saw her peering down, a beautiful green frog with a golden stripe, just like his. "Hello," she said. "Do you want to go for a swim?" Sure," he said. "But where are you going to? Is it true there is a larger world outside of this well?" "Of course. The outside world is bigger than you can imagine." "Well, I'd better continue to my lovely swimming pond. And she prepared to jump away. Wait, can I join you, Frog croaked. She laughed. Of course, you can go anywhere you want. He took a final look around at his rock, the water, and the walls of the well, and then took a big leap out of the well. Wow! The sky was endless. The meadow was full of colorful flowers and so many delectable insects. Nearby was a pond, fed by a stream, and beyond that a river, cascading down a mountain. And the mountain's top was gilded by the sun, seemingly touching the sky. Wow, it was all true. I had no idea all this was out here, and this was real. Come along, said the lady frog. Let's go have a swim. I always like a happy ending, don't you? So what does this frog in the well story mean to you? Anyone? Anyone? Lily? What does it mean to you?
I guess it means like it's supposed to be like us in the well in our world, and the lady frog is supposed to be Buddha or something.
It's pretty good. Anyone else? Brian?
That you have to take a leap.
Yeah.
That part of it is, you could say it's a leap of faith or a leap of enlightenment, and that the walls of the well are real, but they're not insurmountable.
Exactly. Well put. So, yeah, we can see in the beginning the frog in the well knows nothing about the outside world. He's never seen the sea, so he can't imagine what it is. So we can infer from the story that we should be mindful that our limited experience creates a narrow and insular perspective. And if our minds remain open to learning about a wider world of experience, our perspective becomes flexible, soft and gentle, rather than brittle, bitter, and hard. Please consider this. We can also find a deeper content. We can also find some deeper content here, even in SAM-BUTSU-GE. We say the countenance of the Tathagata is unequaled in the world. The great voice of the perfectly enlightened one resounds through the 10 quarters. And so we can hear that the voice and the resounding through the 10 quarters is the teaching of the Buddha, and it can come to us from anywhere. It can come to us even through the story about the frogs, which I've just said. So I recently read a wonderful article by a Buddhist scholar, Enrique Alvarez, about frogs, and about the poet Isa Kobayashi, and also Shinran's understanding of the immeasurable light, that is, the compassionate embrace of Amida Buddha. So I'd like to share with you a little bit of what he wrote. Quote, this is about Isa and Isa's poetry on frogs. Since the call of Amida Buddha could manifest in any form and from any other, for Isa, a great lover of frogs, it appeared in their croaking. 3 of his haiku play with this motif. Praising the Buddha, mouths gaping wide, frogs. They praise the Buddha too, frogs on a rock, in a row. Praising Buddha in a row in a rice field, frogs. Sorry, I can't read the Japanese for you, but I further read that the sound of frogs croaking is rendered in Japanese as namu namu, the first word of Namo Amida Butsu, which is the popular Japanese utterance of Nembutsu, which corresponds to the Sanskrit word for I trust or I take refuge in. So for the monk poet Isa, this is the call of the Buddha being addressed to him. Professor Alvarez further notes that Shinran does not prescribe a method for attaining self-decentering and regards the Nembutsu merely as a spontaneous and grateful response to his realization of interdependence. The closest to a path in Shinran's thought is Mompo, listening to the Dharma or teachings of the Buddha. This listening can be understood literally as engaging with the Buddhist teaching, and particularly the teaching of Amida Buddha, but also in a more open way as listening or paying attention to others. After all, the word Dharma does not only refer to the teachings of Buddha, but to phenomena or experience itself. Thus, listening to the Dharma could be freely translated as paying attention to experience or hearing the voice of phenomena which are always affected and shaped by many others. Through this interaction, as the Reverend Dr. Taitetsu Uno puts it, the isolated Namu realizes its oneness with Amida Butsu, and our wholeness is affirmed in Namo Amida Butsu. So we may infer that the frog, hearing the croaking, replies, "Can I come with you?" He's expressing his own Nembutsu, as Isa hears it. He transforms, he's able to transform his fears and despondency to a strong response, a wise response, to answer the call of Namu Namu, coming from outside of his self-centered self. So for the poet Isa, frogs is the voice that reminds him that Namu, or himself, is the object of Amida's compassion. I don't know if this is clear. I hope so. One of Shakyamuni Buddha's most important teachings revealed that how we relate to reality as unenlightened bamboo persons is from quite a different perspective than from Buddha's awakened view. Shakyamuni teaches us that as unenlightened persons, we tend to perceive reality only from our own singular, self-centered viewpoint, whereas in the enlightened world, which is expressed as the Pure Land in sutras, the same reality takes on a different, purer aspect without the filters that we superimpose upon our view. So here's one last Isa haiku. In every direction, 10,000 blessings, croaking frogs. So this croaking frogs for Isa were equal to the Buddha's voice that resounds through all the 10 quarters, so that he hears it as directed to himself. So let us place our palms together in Gassho and reflect upon all that has brought us together today and all those who have been part of our lives that we acknowledge this Shotsuki Hoyo. Let us further express our gratitude to Shinran Shonin, whose teachings inform and sustain us. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Thank you for listening. So we will now have our gathas on Ondokusan and Nembutsu. Please rise. Ondokusan 2, which is on page 134, followed by Nembutsu on page 135.
Thank you.
Nembutsu, page 135. Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Dabutsu, Namo Dabutsu, Namo Dabutsu. Please be seated. We now come to the part of our service where we like any newcomers to please stand up and introduce yourselves so that we may greet you properly and welcome you to the New York Buddhist Church. Do we have anyone here for the first time today? Please, oh, quite a few. Please stand and tell us who you are and how you came to be here today.
Hello, my name's Adam, and I came to be here today because of just general interest in Shin Buddhism.
Wonderful, wonderful, welcome.
Hey, my name's Bar. So honestly, I just took this Buddhism class in college, and it really interested me. So here I am, trying to learn a bit more.
I hope you enjoyed the service today. We're pleased to welcome you. And who's next? Don't be shy.
My name's Linda. I'm from Manhattan College. I'm in Riverdale, and as part of my religion class, we're supposed to visit a different religion service and write a paper about it. And I chose here because I was really interested in it, and I thought would be really cool to learn about it.
Thank you. Glad you could make it.
My name is Sophia. I'm also from Manhattan College, and I came here mainly to accompany Linda, but same as learning different religions.
Very good, thank you. Anyone else?
Hello, my name is Gabby, and I also am from Manhattan College, and we also have to write a paper on it, and so we chose here because it was really interesting, and we are learning about power in a different religion.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Hi, I'm Liana, same with Gabby, but I really enjoyed the service. It was cool learning about a Buddhist religion, and yeah.
I'm Kendall, also from Manhattan College, and I chose this because this is way different than any other religious study that I've heard about, and I'm just very grateful to be here, so thank you.
We're very glad you could come by. Thank you.
I'm Summer. I'm also here from Manhattan College. I don't know, I thought this would be interesting, and it was, so thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Anyone else? Anyone else here for the first time?
No? Okay.
Well, welcome everyone. And I don't have a lot of time to spend with you guys from Manhattan College, but I might be able to answer one or two questions after the service if you'd like. But I'd encourage you to go to our website. There's quite a bit of information there on Jodo Shinshu, which is our denomination of Pure Land Buddhism, which is part of the Mahayana stream of Buddhism, as you may know. And you can also, if you're interested in the history of Buddhism in the United States, you can go to our parent organization is the Buddhist Churches of America. There are quite a few churches of our denomination, or temples, some of them called temples, across the United States. 66 now, I think. But there used to be quite a few more. actually, but over the years they've consolidated. So I'm glad you could join us, and thank you. And we also have, if you are interested in learning more, we also have some classes online, which are also listed in our webpage, community page. And that's newyorkbuddhistchurch.org. Okay, we're really glad you could join us today. Thank you. So I'd like to thank Nobuko Kodama-san, who played piano for us today and also helped me set up the onaijin and rang the Kansho for us today. Thank you, Nobuko-san. And of course, our tech team of Dave Brady and Carl Prama, who assist us in bringing the Dharma to you in our virtual Sangha. What are you showing me, Carl?
Okay. Just some small announcements.
Okay, so what are the announcements?
Happy to announce that we have a Ikebana class. If you look on the altar up front, they were beautifully made by Sensei Junko Yamakawa. Classes are every Saturday. Looks like our next one is next Saturday, 2 Saturdays in a row from December 10th and December 17th. The morning class is from 11 to 12:30, and the afternoon class is 12:30 to 2. And if you want some more information, contact Junko Yamakawa. I believe Junko-san is here.
Junko-san, would you stand up, please?
And her email is...
Thank you so much.
Her email is ymkwjun@gmail.com. Again, that's ymkwjun@gmail.com. I believe we're also having refreshments after service, too.
We will be?
Sounds like it.
Okay.
Word on the street.
A little advance notice is often good, but it's really happily received. Thank you. This will be the first time we have offered social time to our Sangha since the COVID epidemic, so we're pleased that we can do this for you. Let's see, what else? Is it next week? We have coming up, normally our usual service is on Sunday at 11:30, and on our website you can see our full calendar. Again, that's newyorkbuddhistchurch.org. If you scroll to the calendar page, it will list all our services, upcoming services, as well as our classes and special events. So we currently have a monthly Dharma gathering. That's the first Saturday of every month. On the first Thursday of every month, we have a Hawakai, a Dharma study class which is held entirely in Japanese. So if you are a native speaker and you would like to study the Dharma in Japanese, please speak to Nobuko Kodama-san, and she can discuss it with you, getting a link for that. We also have a Dharma chat, which is Reverend Gary Shobo-Jaskula and myself, facilitated discussion on various Buddhist articles informally. So we're able to read them and discuss them amongst ourselves. And what else do we have going on? We have meditation every Wednesday. Right now it's still virtual, and there's a link on our community page. Or you can email us at nybc331.org. I think that's it for today. We have some wonderful speakers coming up. The Venerable Khenpo Pema Wangdak, who is the founder of the Vikramashila Foundation, as well as Paljin Shakya. He is a Tibetan monk in the Shakya tradition. He will be speaking to us on Bodhi Day, and that should be very, very interesting. He's quite a learned scholar. His English is exemplary. So I encourage you to listen to what he has to say. For the end of the year, we have our usual Jodo-e and Shusho-e, the New Year service, where we ring the bell 108 times, ringing away our old deeds of the year, and so that we're able to free ourselves up for the new year. The 108 in Buddhism represents our blind passions, as we say in Jodo Shinshu, the karmic consequences of our self-centeredness, shall I say, so which we call anger, ignorance, and so forth. So we'll have that, and then we'll let you know what's going on New Year's Day. Our service then, let's see, New Year's Eve is 7 p.m., and New Year's Day will be 11:30. So those are both public services, so we hope you will join us for that. That's all I can think of. Is there anything else? Any other announcements? All righty. Well, most of all, I want to thank all of you for coming today and making the service so meaningful, because when our voices join in Nembutsu, it becomes very, very meaningful for each of us to join our voices and become one with Amida. So let us now place our palms together and reflect upon everyone who's brought us here today, giving thanks to our loved ones who were at the foundation of this, our very lives, and to Shinran Shonin, whose teachings allow us to appreciate all that we are given. In gratitude, let us say the sacred name. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Nembutsu. Namo Nembutsu. Thank you. If you have not yet done oshoko, incense offering, please do so. You are most welcome at the end of service. Thank you.